Going on this trip, I realized how much of an impact we can have on different communities.
There are different ways to help everyone on this planet. Are you willing to go out there and actually do it?
The first impression that I had was really the bus drive from the airport. And that honestly, 2-hour car ride, it was really incredible to just really see what Jamaica is.
So far, we've basically just been getting to know the people a little bit, getting around, getting a feel of the culture here. One thing that was super cool was church this morning. They had times where you would stand up and you would sing and kind of clap and wave your hands. And that was a lot more fun. It felt like you were actually a part of the church and a part of everything that they were doing.
Amidst all the challenges that is happening in our country, there's a people that still love God. Guys have come from time to time. They understand more of our culture and we understand more of their culture. And it's very fruitful.
Even with us, they had us stand up and say hallelujah all together, and it's really cool to just have them engage with us instead of just sitting back and observing everything that happened.
What I'm particularly motivated by with the GSI is that it really is an organic program and that it all started really organically and naturally. Just through a challenge and through, hey, let's get guys together in a fraternity to make a difference, because we need to create positive change not only here in the community of Jamaica but also at home as well.
It's been a really eye-opening experience. You realize there's some things that are the same throughout chapters. I already feel very comfortable with them, which is wild since we've been together for less than 24 hours now.
We're just random strangers, and most of us, and the fact that we're able to open up to one another is just absolutely amazing. I'm learning so many different things from different people. The one thing I'm really excited for is just seeing the kids and being able to work alongside them and help build a school for them where they can go and learn and become better men and better women.
This morning we came to the worksite around 9 o'clock and we worked with Siobhan and Paul and Robert mixing the concrete, and they were like, all right, we're doing this, 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 and this, and we are moving rocks. Literally 10 minutes after we got out of the thing, we put down our stuff, put on our gloves, and it was just nonstop work since. It's hard labor. For one batch of cement, it probably takes about an hour alone.
Really, we've just been painting these walls of this school, trying to make it look nice. It's really fun getting to know the guys as we're working and share stories, talk about funny stuff. It's a good way to get to know everybody working together.
Everybody should always be active in their community, trying to help out those you can. And just being in a fraternity makes it that much easier. Opportunities to help out locally, globally arise so much easier. The more active you are in your community, you find out about those types of problems, maybe there's the food shelter in your area is kind of low on supplies. If you're not involved in your community, you're not going to know about those issues, and you're not going to be able to help out those that need the help.
We did the same task yesterday. Obviously we're just bringing concrete back, but today I feel like is a little bit hotter. Just kind of working with that, and then working with a lot of concrete has just been kind of taxing.
Okay, it has been a godsend. It has really been a godsend, like God have answered our prayer, because we are due for inspection. The inspector is supposed to come. We are supposed to have certain things in place. We saw Kay came, and then she said, okay, she's going to do all of these things for us. Yeah, so we are so happy.
I think it's Susan pretty well.
Can you tell them all your names? Do you want to learn your names?
That's why we are grateful. Because we could not have done it on our own. We'll be a far way behind, but we are far right now. And my dream is to see it come to full completion. My dream is to see that we get our license to operate well.
I think the program is important for young men to learn about themselves, learn more about the fraternity. I think a lot of people are coming to this program in a variety of different stages of their collegiate experience, so whether you're just finished your freshman year or you're going into your senior year. So I think it's important for them to understand their role as a global citizen, understand our 4 founding principles and how our principles and our ritual can really connect to the great service that we're doing here.
Do you know how many you have?
Like as we're putting these beads on our string, like one by one, you start to notice things that you never think that you have as a privilege, and then you start to think about the kids that we're helping and like the school that they're going to, and even the church by it. We take so much stuff for granted and we complain about like our lives back home, but these people have like much more serious issues, and we never see them complain. They're so like generous and welcoming of us, and just really crazy to me.
So we've been working with Paul, Richard, and Siobhan basically all week, the first 2 days here at the school. Paul's daughter just recently died from a heart attack at the age of 15, so they're doing this Jamaican funeral, which is pretty unorthodox to what we're used to. You know, we kind of didn't know what to expect going into it, and then we get here, we're shoveling in cement, watching people build, you know, their own vault to the grave, which is pretty different from what we're used to.
Even though it's a little bit different because we're working at the school, it's Paul, Richard, and Siobhan, and they're pretty much the only Jamaicans except for the teachers and the students at the school. So we pretty much outnumber them. And so coming here and sharing a part of their personal life, it's more so us seeing their actual culture. They make a lot of attempts, you know, include us, you know, give us handshakes or do things that, you know, we wouldn't normally get on a work site. But being a part of their actual family situation, seeing how much that they're touched by the fact that we're there just makes us feel like more included and a part of the actual culture, which is very cool.
The people that we serve, they benefit immensely from the work that we're doing here on site. But then the other goal really is to think about the individual who comes along on the trip and to think about what are they learning as a result of participating in the GSI. And I've often wondered who benefits more, right? Is it the people of Jamaica, the people we're serving, or the participants that we bring along? I would say that probably our participants benefit more. For many students, this is sometimes the first time they've been out of the country, and for many of them it's the first time they've been out of the country on a service trip. And so I think the two combined together really lead to that whole notion of what it means to be a global citizen, and I think that becomes really important.
today was our day off. We came up here to a retreat center and hiked up to visit some Rastas that live up in the mountain. Went up there, they were very nice, obviously very simple. Let us try some of their fruit that they had. They had mango, coconut. They also had this like a sour sap fruit, I think is what it was called, and that was, never had it before, it looked really weird, but that was really good.
The reason why you should really give back to your community is because I said the quote, the fortunate few must help the unfortunate many. Because in life, only a few people, like a handful of people, are going to be very fortunate in this life, and more people are going to be unfortunate.
Like going on this trip, I realized how much of an impact we can have on different communities. And I feel like going home I can look more, do more research and find out causes that I can go and just like take part in and take action in.
Make my community a better place by actually researching what things I can do and taking action. Instead of just sitting back or doing well-intentioned volunteer work, I'm actually going to try and like take a role in making change.
It's indescribable, quite honestly. There's no way that you can describe what you're going to learn on this trip. There's no way you can prepare anyone for it. When you're here, everything just happens, and it happens so fast. You learn so much in such a short amount of time. I can't remember a time that I learned more about anything in this short of a time period.